One take, one take. This is NBA One Take, featuring yours truly, Pretty Boy Lakers. This is NBA One Take for your head, NBA One Take for your brain. Coming to you live from Beacon, New York. It's NBA One Take, September 2nd, 2023. Now, recently James Harden was fined by the NBA for 100K for comments he made about one Daryl Morey. Now, he made the comment in the midst that he didn't trust Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey's a liar, and he doesn't want to be a part of anything or any organization Daryl Morey's a part of. End quote. At an event that he had. Now, James Harden and Daryl Morey has a great relationship, going back to the days in Houston, and people found it odd. I found it odd. He came out publicly and said that. Now, this is probably based on reports James Harden went out of Philadelphia, and he wants to go elsewhere. There's a lot of factors on his decision, on the decision he made. So guess what? Now he wants out. And I don't blame him at all. I don't blame James Harden at all for even coming out like this. As I think, like I said, Daryl Morey and him had a handshake agreement, and there was some various offers to James Harden, his agent, and various teams. Various players has reaching out to James Harden in regards of, you're coming here and things like that. But what's happening is Daryl Morey is asking for a little too much. So, teams do not want to trade with the Philadelphia 76ers. Teams don't want to do a three-team trade with the Philadelphia 76ers. Daryl Morey asking price from James Harden is too high. In midst of James Harden doing what he did. Now, Daryl Morey, I understand the way he trade. He wants kind of superstar for superstar. He wants this and that. So, what do you think he's gonna want? So, I understand. Now, things change. I expect Harden to be traded possibly sometime towards the season, probably around December or so. But he did say he's not coming to training camp, which is going to be interesting. This will have to be revisited, but it's funny and interesting that this is all happening right now. But I don't blame James for coming out. I don't blame the NBA for fining him that type of money for what he said. The next thing, let me talk about. Steph Curry was on Gilbert Arenas' podcast, Gil's Arena, which is a really good, very entertaining podcast. So shout out to one Miko Grimes. I think she's a beautiful young woman. She's very, 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 very talented and very opinionated. I love her. Kenya Martin as well. Sean McCants, not too much. I was never a fan of him. And Gil and Jim and Josiah is great. But Steph Curry came on his podcast. This is a few weeks back, and said that considered himself the best point guard of all time. And he even said it. What I really got to say is between me and Magic. And this kind of sparked big time debate all over everywhere. Oh, whoa, Steph Curry, this and that. Now, Stephen A. Smith, that actually, Stephen A. Smith actually, he had Magic as number one, but then he pulled back and said that Steph was the best point guard of all time, and this had debate all over the place. Everyone just debating, and you know where I'm going with this. Magic Johnson is my favorite player of all time. Magic Johnson, Irvin Magic Johnson, Young Buck. He's the guy for me. And for this to, come out, I have no issues with Steph Curry saying this because he has that belief in himself. He has that confidence. When you see Steph Curry, he's shooting and he's playing, and then he puts his head down, his eyes down. You're thinking, what the hell is that? No. When somebody does that, too often, right? He's getting himself ready, right? And he believes in himself. When he's doing well, looks down, talks to himself. He's giving himself confidence. And you gotta have that kind of confidence. And that's what drives him. So I think him saying that is driving himself, which drives his team. Obviously, he's looking to win another championship. You even got Klay Thompson talking about, my goal is, they're winning that fifth title. That's what Steph is doing. He wanted to get as much as Magic. This sparked that, really sparked that debate. I'm not gonna go why I feel Magic, because it's a bigger than basketball reason, which I look at when I make things. I look at overall totality, right? Everything when I look at it. And I can say from a career impact and storyline and a lot of things, Steph is there, and I even tell people, and even when I do the top 10, right, my top 10, and I told people, Steph is right there knocking on that door, bro. He's knocking on that door. And it was like, yo, bro, come, how is he knocking on the door? I said, he's knocking on that door. Because how great he is, I understand. He's knocking on that door, while others already have him in their top 10. People throwing out Shaq, people throwing out Will Chamberlain, and Larry Bird, and so many guys, out of the top 10. They got Curry in there. He's not in my top 10, but he's right there. And I don't think even a title at this point will justify it. I think if he continues on his trajectory, 3, 4 more seasons, at this high level and either wins a championship or gets close to one. I think at the end of the day, when I really look at it, he'll possibly be in my top 10. And guys will be out of there. But right now, he's close. He is close. Steph is close to be, you know, um, in my top 10. But as well, he's right there with coming close to being the greatest point guard of all time with Magic Johnson. But it's a wait and see. He still got a ways to go for me. Not a long ways, but he has a ways to go. But this is NBA One Takes, Pretty Boy Laker, and I'm out.